Masquera say. So, Citizens Coalition for Change had a press statement today, and during that press statement, they raised a number of issues, but key issues raised that Zimbabwe is moving into a new era, a new season. And Advocate Fadzaima here stresses something very important. She says, as stated by President Chamisa earlier today, the CCC Zimbabwe National Citizens Assembly resolved that all deployees to parliament and local authorities disengage with immediate effect on account of the constitutional crisis triggered by the flawed election and the unconstitutional conduct of ZANU PF. This is what Advocate Fadzaima says. So taking a look onto this statement and dissecting it, what it means is that there is a resolution made by the Citizens National Assembly, and this is a clear indication that CCC does have a National Assembly, does have a national leadership, which is already there, complemented by the provincial leadership, the district leadership, constituency, ward, village, up to the last street point person. Contrary to what Sevens Shavangu has been saying. So this is very, very important and key. Number two, all the deployees of parliament who are being removed from parliament or local authority, they are not being totally removed from parliament and council. They are just disengaging, which means they are not going to participate in council. They are not going to participate in parliament, and that is going to be very, very important and critical at this moment in time. And I believe that they are working on something very important right now to actually deal with the constitutional crisis and flawed election. So they are talking also about the unconstitutional conduct of ZANU PF, where ZANU PF is taking the law into its own hands, and they are now controlling each and every institution. Go to the judiciary, go to the police, go to the prosecution, everywhere. ZANU PF is controlling every institution, and things are now moving in their own direction, not according to the constitution and the laws of the nation of Zimbabwe. So that is a very important issue raised here by Advocate Fadzaima and raised by Triple C. From Advocate Nelson Chamisa, the key takeaways from his press conference, he clearly indicated that he has he notified SADC, UN, and other key stakeholders that they are now taking action against ZANU PF because of the constitutional crisis which is there. And ZANU PF has shown the world that they are not willing to develop Zimbabwe, they are not willing to move forward and have a united, prosperous nation. But they are moving to isolate the opposition, annihilate the opposition, and also to ban the opposition. That is the next move from now, because when you see all these things happening, this is the destruction of Triple C. The same happened with the MDC alliance. Right now, they are moving on to Triple C, which means it's no longer a country with a multi-party democracy. We now have one-party state in the nation of Zimbabwe, because CCC has been decimated, and this is against the ethos, values, guidelines, principles, and the national constitution itself, and the laws of the nation of Zimbabwe, as well as the international guidelines which Zimbabwe ascribes to. So that is very important in Zimbabwe to note, which means anytime from now we are going to see the Triple C team taking action against the illegal moves being spearheaded and perpetrated by ZANU PF and their courts. So it's very important to note it's an excellent move. This is the way to go. Okay, so Anzavanapa, tell him time for verses is over, because it's not ending there. A plan to delegitimize and ban CCC is already in motion. So the president of the people, for the people, we want change. So the president, okay, you can say fully in support of this decision. And before SADC, let's stop by Malaba's Chamas and the demand he upholds ZIM laws and grants Sikala bail. No public, only narrow, MPs and donors. Then we would all drive, fly, hitch a ride, whatever it takes, to the SADC HQ, camp there to a secure intervention against this tyranny. Okay, so a positive step in the right direction. So in simple terms, for me, Hangu. So as long as there is harmony, my cockpit, lock the doors, Tinoshika Basi, That's a good move. So this is what is happening in Team Zimbabwe at this moment in time. Triple C has announced that they are now making a move against illegal dealings of ZANU PF, and they are planning to actually deal with the ZANU PF politically, so that they resolve whatever which is happening in Zimbabwe. So we continue to remain guided and see what is going to happen next.